Okay, so finish it off, and kitty. um, Finish the torque on this guy. I just had to put my fucking purse down. It just, like I said, it just really sketches me out with this engine hoist here. I just, I don't know. I just have this horrible vision of this fucking thing breaking and or the engine hoist breaking and shit going all over the place when I'm torquing it. I try to think about what's going to be easiest on the engine stand. Um, but so got all of the studs done. Now I'm going to go through and do all of the little 10 mil guys. And yeah. So I did head studs to 210 foot-pounds for final torque, and I'm going to do these guys to 25 foot-pounds. And heard this guy I watch on YouTube say the other day, one of his videos, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. This is not a how-to, this is a how I do. Of course, it's your own responsibility what you do with anything. And, maybe the specs or whatever are going to change in the future. And I am going to go back and check the torque spec for these 10 mils because 25 pounds feels really light. I don't like that I don't like that. But I'm really curious to see how long this engine lasts. We're putting a coolant filter on it and a bypass oil filter, and we are going to use Lucas break-in additive in it its entire life, actually. Well, we're going to tell the customer too, whether what he does with it is his business. But he wants this thing to live as long as possible. And we put this entire thing together with Royal Purple assembly lube and soak the soak the lifters in Royal Purple 1540, and that's what we're going to use in it right from the start. And I've heard, and of course it's just someone's opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion. Sometimes it's based in fact, sometimes it's just nothing more than an opinion. I've heard a lot of people say not to use synthetic oil for a new engine, but I've never heard a good reason for that. You would think that a more lubricating oil would be better. If anything, it might extend how long it takes for everything to get bedded in and reach its happy place, but I don't really see how that's a problem. And it's what I do on all my stuff is run synthetic in it from day one. But again, not a how-to, it's how I do. And if you want to run whatever the fuck oil you feel like in your engine, then that is entirely your choice. What I do wish was more common and more people gave a fuck about was doing things clean. You know, like I was ranting about in one of my other videos, nowadays it's just all about cost and speed. How fast can you get something done, and how cheap can you do it? Which, you know, okay, granted, there's always a time frame and there's always a budget. Like, I understand that, and with this engine here, we're spending a pile of money on it. But that's not to say that we don't have a budget to stick to. It's just a rather big budget. But you can see here that to the best of my ability, this is as clean as I can really get it. I don't have a really delicate media blaster. Otherwise I would have gone through and done all these rocker boxes and everything. They're kind of, you know, stained a little bit and corroded on the bottom. And I didn't want to stick them in my sandblaster because, like I said, it's a bit aggressive. It's, you know, great depending on what you're wanting to do. But, not really something that I want to put aluminum engine parts in, but hopefully you can get appreciation for otherwise how clean this is. You know, granted, I don't have like, you know, a clean room in my shop. It's actually a pretty dirty shop. You know, we do metal work in here and everything, but I did go through and like vacuum the cracks in the floor and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so like I was saying, you can kind of see there's a little bit of like staining and just corrosion on the rocker boxes. But like I said, to within reason, it's as clean as I can get it in a halfway reasonable amount of time. We still have a tremendous amount of time into this thing. It's really kind of stupid how long it takes to do this kind of stuff right. But this is how I would want it done if I was paying somebody to work on my engine. And like, you know, you see this here is all corroded. We're going to take that out and replace the O-ring behind it and run that on a wire wheel, get it all cleaned up. But yeah, a little more progress on the 6-liter.